Hey everybody, it's Edward with Sword and Fortress, and as soon as my computer stops wigging out, we'll get this moved over. And yeah, we're going to be doing the rest of the character creation, or not character creation, world creation for all of this fun stuff. Yes. So, give me just a second while I deal with my computer losing its electronic mind. There we go. All right, awesome. We'll get the music back on. Just tamped it down a little bit. Okay, so we've gone through the characters. The Copper Honey Badgers is our warband name. They had to take the name after losing a drinking bet, is the story, when they all got together. So yeah, there's that. We will be doing the region and current location here in a little bit. To start off, they've got 8 gold. We've got 3 story points. We've got Grum Hardspear, Human Noble, Skeg, Preen Townsfolk, Narfi, Human Zealot, Juby Vanderstump, Halfling Frontier, Vikgar. He's the avatar for this. He's my representation in this warband. A Dustling Outsider, and Fey Blood Mystic. Cool. And then when we talked about it, we had last time, we had, wow, I'm really kind of all over the place today. We had done the 3D models for some of these. I finished up the 3D models, got them printed, and got them painted. And so let me go ahead and pull that up for you so you guys can see some of these. Should have been a little bit more prepared. That's what I get. All right, so here we have our Fey blooded. Give me just a second. So many things open. Yeah, so there is Carnelian. She's got her cool Fey wings and stuff like that. And her awesome staff. These models came out really, really great. I apologize about their look. That's more of my paint job, not anything to do with these models. They came out amazing. And then next to her, we got Skeg. Now, I was really happy with Skeg. You know, the bird barbarian kind of look. Really happy with it. So I was also able to pull off kind of a phoenix wing thing. So it goes from that red to orange to yellow. I was really happy with that one. Then, of course, we've got the ever famous Lord who slept with the baker's daughter, Grum Hardspear. And of course, he's got his piece of meat, his lordly drinking below, and his fencing sword, and of course his looks. Next is Juby Vanderstump, our halfling frontier chick. She's going to kind of be our range support slash ranger. Wow, really. Then, of course, next to her, we've got Narfi, the Cardi Stubber, our human zealot that has nothing. So we kind of modeled him with a stone hammer, and we'll see it there. And then, of course, my personal favorite, my man, my avatar, we've got Vikgar. He's got a cigar, and he's just straight up that outsider look. I love him. I don't know if he was supposed to, if outsiders get to be part of like the undead kind of look, but I went with it. He's my avatar. That's what we're going with. And then, yep, so there's kind of a recap. We now have all of our warband modeled, painted, and printed, so we're set there. So I will go ahead and close this window down now. All right, so now we get to go into our actually creating the world. So let's go ahead That's very true, Doug. In a solo game, I'm not sure that's supposed to is a real thing. Yeah, I agree with you. If it's just me playing, I think it can be whatever, and I really love what that guy turned out to be. All right, so to create our world, we're going to be using Incarnate, and so let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, so we got a couple different options. If you do a lot of D&D stuff, or even this, doing the 5 Leagues from the Borderlands, fantasy style, I highly recommend this. I've been playing with it for the past 2 days since I found it, and it has been a lot of fun. I'm still very noob, so we'll see how it goes. But you got a couple different things. You can do battle maps, you can do city maps, underground maps, watercolor battle maps, fantasy regional. Yeah, no, never. Ed's never a noob. So you can do regionals to kind of show your cities. The stuff you can do with this is just awesome. And then you can even get into like your parchment world look, and then your fantasy world look. So what do you guys think? Should we go parchment style, or should we go fantasy regional, or just fantasy kind of look? I'd love to hear you guys' input on it. Well, I step over and grab this. Viral, I don't know if you got to see it, but yeah, these models came out great. I really loved them, especially mine. Here, I'm going to pull it back up because, well, the nice thing about this is all computer, so I don't have to worry about printing or anything. I'm just going to keep it all updated on the computer. But here, I'm really proud of these, so I'm going to pull it back up because I don't know if you got to see them. Yes, thank you for the hydration. But yeah, no, I was really happy with how well that guy came out. Just that undead, grizzled, I'm too old for this crap kind of look. Really happy with him. Yep, and then we've got you know who. You know who I modeled that after. We don't even have to say anything. You know who. Yeah, I was really happy with them. Hero Forge does some amazing stuff in what they let you do when creating models. Okay. You know what? I think I agree with you. I've always kind of liked the parchment look when it comes to maps. So let's do a parchment world. We'll do it landscape. Eventually, we'll pull out some super HD stuff, but they recommend editing in 2 and then putting it out in like 4K. So let's go ahead, loading the map. Okay, so world generator, we're going to probably put it at about 25% ocean. Let's see what that gives us. Okay, I could go with that. Let's see. You know what? Let's go ahead and connect these 2 bodies. There we go. I like that. All right. So, what do you guys like to normally see in your kind of fantasy style maps? Like how they are split up. Got a whole bunch of stuff we can do, fun stuff. Got like parchment stained, waves. This is insane. No, I hear you. I'm a big Loot Studios sub too. I sub to their fantasy and their sci-fi. The Dune stuff. I am making so much of the Dune themed stuff for War Surge. They're going to be one of my big War Surge armies. They are awesome. But I completely understand. Hero Forge's pricing can kind of get a little rough. I get away with it because I used to be, I mean, obviously, as you've watched the channel and other stuff, I used to be a really big GW fanboy. So my miniature budget per month used to, well, let's just not talk about it. So $30 for Loot Studios, and then I think the monthly subscription for Pro, which gives you 5 STL downloads for free. Oh, heck, let's pull it up. Hero Forge. And then if you guys do some Hero Forge stuff, I have an affiliate link. I would really appreciate it if you used it when you went in there. Yeah, it was doing a lot of work. So for $20, it gives you 5 STLs plus all of their Pro stuff. So yeah, basically it took my, let's say, over $100 miniature budget and sliced it in half. So, but I do understand, especially with where the world's going, it is getting a little tight out there. Okay. Well, I tell you what, before we start doing a bunch of textures, let's put objects in. So we get some objects here. We got some hills, some mountains. Let's go with some mountains. We got small mountains, large mountains. Ooh, yeah, we gotta have a volcano. We gotta have at least one volcano. You know what? I'm thinking either. Yes, I love the fact that here in Utah, in the past week, I've had to turn on my AC and my heater out here in the production shed. You know, it's awesome. So what are we thinking? Volcano here in the middle, and how big? Should we go, holy cow, they can make it literally big, really small. So I'm thinking either right here in the middle, top left, over here, or bottom right, or bottom left. Yeah. You know what? Let's go crazy. Oh, wait. I want to see what you guys say. That's true. In Utah, the only true sign. Oh, don't get me wrong. I kind of have created my own personal Mordor map. Holy cow, 13 degrees. Yeah, no. I like the cold. I really do. Ask Viral, I do. But 13 degrees, that's, especially in late April, mid-April, that's a little rough. Okay. Let's see. Where should we put this big volcano? Oh, we got different types of volcano. Okay, I like that volcano. But why not? Let's have the source of evil in our land. Yeah, it was sad to see kind of everything start to bloom and come out and then hard freeze. So you know what? Let's do the Orion's Belt style volcano formation. So we got a volcano here. Amen to that, man. So there we go. And you know what? Let's go ahead and use random shapes on this. No, we're good here. So there we go. We got 3 big volcanoes. Let's get a mountain range. Let's do it over here. And then have it to where you got the little valley that cuts between it. so we can pass through. So we'll have some type of passage there if we need. Okay, let's go ahead and look at putting down some cities. Yeah, let's give it some human. Oh no, before we can't do cities yet. We got to roll for cities. So let's go ahead and... So what kind of trees are we looking at here? We've got some dead trees. We got some palm trees, some pine trees, other pine trees. So that's one of the cool things about this this software, this thing, is you can put grids down. And so if you want to do like hexes, you can change how many hexes there are. Because that is one thing you do for 5 Borderlands, is you do need to have different areas, and they need to be separated out so that you can add things, change things, travel things, and they let you do quite a bit. I kind of am partial to the diamond when it comes to fantasy stuff. So let's go ahead and do 20 by 15. Okay, I'm good with that. I like the idea of a dead forest. Now, do we want it over here in this Mordor area? Or do we want it... Oh man, Doug's going nuts. I love it. He's got it, the whole plan out. Okay, we'll put some dead trees. Kind of a dead forest surrounding these volcanoes. All right, Athena, I need some type of tropical name because I'm going to say this was a nice little tropical forest before the volcanoes erupted and then killed everything. Let's get some pines. All right, should we do pines on both sides or just one side? Have kind of like the ocean effect? Or should we say this was a pretty fertile area? Okay. And you know what? We're going to kind of go back over here to the brush because I also like having some ice looks. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to say over here, some snow. We've got some frigid land up here. I like that. So we'll say the wind comes from all of this area, and then this is a dried out area. So let's give it a nice, good, dried out feel. Yeah, what does this look like? Yeah, there we go. Let me take a look at it. Could be, let me kill the music. Let's see if that helps out. Well, killing the music just jumped me up a whole bunch of kilobytes per second. Let me see. We're still good there. Look at the stream mechanics. Yeah, let's see if me killing the music helped out a little bit. I know we're going to be drawing a little bit of the stream just because this is a website built thing. So I might be a little bit more laggy than not. All right, so we got that dried out area there. Then we need kind of a dark green this way. Maybe not that. Maybe not that dark of green. I don't necessarily want parchment, ocean textures, tons of ocean. All right, let's try some political green. Oh, there we go. Green here in the forested areas. Viral, how's the stream going on your end? Is it still... Is it good or... Oh, well. Gotcha. Alright, so now we got that nice area here. In fact, we'll actually take it all the way up to the water. Then I'll do some adjusting on the mountains. Because everybody likes snow on the mountains. At least I do. So we'll give the mountains a little bit of snow there. And I am by no means an artist. So forgive me for how this looks. And we can increase that size again. Awesome. Okay. Now let's go ahead and put in some staining here to show, oh, you know what? No, let's actually see. That's swamp stains, cracked ice, dark gray, dirt, grass, gray texture. Do they have kind of a, you know, let's try that. There we go. Yeah, I'm good with that. So, that's a little weird, Doug. Yeah. It could be that the comments, my widget for the comments is acting up, which wouldn't surprise me because we can't have, you know, some technical stuff. You know, you can give me a little bit of a vote of confidence, but I completely agree with you there, Doug. Yeah. So, Chris, this is us finishing up episode 0, which is the world creation. So we're kind of creating our map here on what my poor warband is going to have to fight through. So we've got this nice old tropical forest. Viral Athena still needs to give me a name for that just got fragged out because these volcanoes appeared out of nowhere. And yeah, we'll go from there. I wonder what this grass texture is. Oh, okay. I like that. So let's go ahead and get some more grass. Well, let's do the grass over here because we got some really fertile grass all up in this area. Now that I've done this, it's going to act weird. Oh, what'd you say? Sorry. Lee of the Stone? Let's see, zooming, panning, maybe. Oh, okay, there we go. Parenth. Okay, so let's see, what type of text do we want? I think we're going to go with that. All right, so this is Parenth Waste. We'll go ahead and go like that. Do that. Give our opacity down just a little bit. All right, and then what color should we go for? Okay, what about the outline? There we go. Always a big fan of that kind of style. All right, cool. So now we have the Parenth Waste. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. That, you know, I put it a death zone right there in the middle of my map. All right, then let's go ahead and get some more stuff. So let's go ahead and do... Awesome, I'm glad JRA likes it. Let's get some swampland down here. Really doesn't seem like much. Let's take a look. Okay, those are more mass. Let's give it a gray texture. All right, then let's see what the swamps look like on the gray. Not much. All right, let's see. The saturated light blue. I wish I knew what you were saying. I think this is the light blue. I might be wrong. I hope I'm right. Let's give ourselves a little bit of a swampland. That looks all right. So we got ourselves some swamps. And then let's go ahead. Oh, text contrast. It would help if Ed read. Ed read bad. Let's see. So we'll do the light blue. There. That better? Let me know. I'm going to continue drawing. just going to go a little crazy. And I totally just wiped out that whole red area, but that's okay. I can go back in. We can fix it. We have the technology. So I'm cutting into my swamps. All right, now let's go back. Okay. So there's our volcanic wasteland. All right, so let's go ahead and name some stuff. So, what do we want to name up here? What does this body of water want to be named? So we'll rotate it out. Let me know. There. While you guys are thinking, I'm going to save this really quick. For 5 Leagues version 1. There we go. Alright, we're going with Doug's just because I can't pronounce Athena's. Though she'll probably slap me later for not being able to do it because it'll be something really easy. So we have the Gentari Sea. Like that. Okay, what about this body of water? Does JRA or VMA have anything they want to add? All right, what does that mean then? Tell me, and we'll put it in there. Because I should know. I took 4 years of French, but I don't know. Yeah, I do like that text. I appreciate you pointing out the highlights and drop shadows between you and Viral. Let's see what other fun things. The X to the X. You know what? I think that should go over here. X to the X passage. I love it. All right. We've got the mountain range and then this body of water to to name, and then we'll start actually rolling for stuff like that. Birozvoy. I mean, I can start working on my Scandinavian or Russian stuff. Birozvoy. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I thought it might be Russian, but, you know, I wanted to be all-inclusive. Okay, I know I'm trying to learn how to speak Russian. I am nowhere near ready to read Russian. So if you want to kind of... Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm trying. I am trying. Okay, what do we want to call this mountain range or this one last body of water? We should probably also name the swamp. Oh no, I did not want to delete that. Oh, come on. Okay. Desus de Neige? Cyrillic is just Greek with fake letters. I like that. All right, we can go with that, Viral. I like it. So let's get a new one. Place it right here. And this one will be Desus de Neige. All right, now I just need something for this body of water and that swamp. Let's see. We can also turn to the great and powerful fantasy name generator. Born Ale. We can do with that. I've been slowly trying to learn Russian via a couple different language apps. And whenever it comes to reading, I just get owned. Yeah. The Cyrillic script, I don't know what it is. It just owns me. All right. Ooh, I like that. Sheller Deep. You know what? We can do something. Let's add 2 swamps. I like that. So this is a tributary that fills in a bunch and then recedes, then fills in a bunch. So we can get some good swampy stuff in here. get the Marcus. If I can type. There we go. Cool. And then I'm going to be going with Sheller Deep for this body of water. All right, so that should polish off the areas, the basic areas. Ooh, I like that, Athena. We need to put in something special for that. So let's look at... You know what, let's do it right here. And then we will call that Astra Littoral. We can have kind of a dark, sparkly beach. Okay, so now we can go ahead and start looking at actually putting in settlement and the rest of this Charlie Foxtrot. So, setting up a region. Okay, we need a name for the region. This is all important. What is the epic name for this region we have just created? And then I like what Ivan did for the kind of text on this. Pick a suitable name for the region you are going to adventure in. It is tempting to use stereotypical, ominous, dark-sounding fantasy names, like Fellwater, or the Grim Mountains, or worse. But bear in mind that the place you could have been named by people actually wanting to live there. So, I am open for suggestions as towards the names. For what we're calling this place. Let's see. I like that. So this place's name is Oflax. And we'll put it down here, and we will add a heraldry thing around it. So we don't want it too big because we don't want to take up spots. So Ovlax, and then to make this a little bit more popish, we'll put the gold around it. Okay. So let's see. To establish settlements, we roll a D100 and see the settlement population. So let's see. All right. So how populated is Ulflax? So 28. So we have one hamlet, one village, one town. So where should our hamlet go? Anybody? You know what? I think Athena's right. We're going to do that for the town's name. The main town's name. You know what? We'll put the main town right over here. So let's go ahead and put it. Close this down. So that's city. And you know what? We'll put that right here. So out of the X to X passage, we have our city, and it shall be named Jardin de Tulips. No, where'd you go? Okay, so we think Jardin should come up here off of the, and now I've lost that other marker. Ugh. Alright, so, grab this. So that's the town. I don't think I like the outline, but I try to differentiate. You know what? Let's go with white for the cities. Jardin de Tulips. And then let me scroll back for the... What did you call it? Astraliota. All right. And this will go back to that blue to denote it is a land feature. There we go. So we've got our land here, or our town's name here. And I don't know why I tried to cover up the town. It's not good map making principles, Ed. You should know better. So we got Jardin de Tulips. There is our town. Now we need a village. So village down here by the swamp with the X to X passage. What do we want to call this little village? I love it. I have no idea how to pronounce it, so I'm not going to. But we are definitely going to go roll with it. So, all right, I'm going to take a smack at it. Bjornjaber. I hope that was close. Bjornjaber. All right, then we've got a hamlet, a small little provincial hamlet. I think something over here. So either in this little inlet here or somewhere over this way. Then we can have roads that connect everything. Really? I did not know that. I love that. Bearberries. Hell yes. You know what? I like the idea of this little inlet here. We can change it if we need to. Okay, now we need a small little hamlet name. Yeah, I've kind of noticed that between watching some documentaries and then, of course, Hollywood with the Viking series, it kind of does tend to be all over the place. All right, what is an epic town name? We haven't heard from VMA or JRA, so if they've got something. I like it, the Bond Chair. I was going to say, I hope they're there. So, we have the Bond Chair. Okay. So we've got our towns. Let's go ahead and put some roads that connect everything. So, I am not free drawing this because that would be horrendous. You guys would laugh at me to no end. Ah, gotcha. So we're going to start creating some roads. So from the Boncher, we'll have a road come out this way. Even though this is fantasy times, the surveyors were amazing. They knew how to do perfectly straight everything. And then we'll have that passage there. The X to X passage. And then for S and G's, they really did some great work lately. Let's go ahead and give them a bridge. for those who didn't want to have to go all the way up to Jardin de la Tulips from the Bon Chair, we have a bridge. There we go. Perfect. You know, I can't disagree with you there, Doug. Sugar as a kid is great. As an adult, it can be painful. Okay. So we've got all that. Now let's go ahead and roll for each settlement. So for Jardin de Tulips, what type of settlement is it? It is 4. And you add 10 because it is a town. It is a military outpost. And let me see. I should probably be marking this down in the campaign tracker. So region is Oflex. We don't know that. And campaign tracker. If you rotate clockwise, there you go. All right. So, save as Honey Badger campaign. My leagues. All right, and then we're going to add in some things. So, we know Jardin de Tulips is a military outpost, which makes sense. I mean, it's the biggest one there. So, military outpost. All right, then we've got Bjornjeberg. It is 61. It is a market town. So, first time you visit there during the campaign, add 1 adventure point. Cool. And for the military outpost, it's add 1 to the roll when you choose to recruit during the campaign activity. So, let's go ahead and go back here. We've got Bjorn is a market town. And then finally, La Bonchaire is a 32, which is a monastery. Nice. So it is a battle monastery according to JRA. And then with it being a monastery, we get to add 1 to the roll when choosing the study campaign activity. So we've got a military outpost, a market, and a monastery. I like it. Okay, we've created our map. So we do have so each one of these little areas, these squares, is a location. And all this open stuff means that it is wilderness. Well, no, that's all wilderness. Locations is everywhere we've got something. So like the 3 cities and other things. So some locations are hidden. We do have, from the roll-off, we do have a hidden delve. So we've got a hidden delve. Once you locate a hidden location, place it on the campaign map. So yeah, we'll get to do there. We got places of interest, marking your position. And so we'll be able to put down a token. We'll do travels. And we've got tabletop terrain. Cool. Now we go to threats. So what threats are we dealing with? So each region has 3 threats, and the objective of the whole campaign is to get all of these threats removed. So we've got foes within and then foes without. So we got 2 foes within. These are the threats that lurk everywhere in the human realms, undermining everything. So our first threat is going to be an 11, which is the Ruin Within. So these are the criminals and murderers compelled by dark power. Then the second threat from within is 52. The Gnawing Horde. So these guys are like the kobolds, the jackals, beast-like hordes that emerge from underground to reclaim the world. So hey, that actually fits in with the Parenth Waste. Is they did something, the Gnawing Horde did something to cause this once fertile forest to get burned out by 3 volcanoes. And they're going to be coming out of there. So I like that. And then the foe without. They creep in from the borders. And we have 53. The Curse of War. The brutal war becomes a curse upon the land. Choose this to fight ghouls and war cultists. So yeah. Of war. Okay. So I should probably put it on to where you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. There we go. Yeah. So the Ruin Within. You know, that's not a bad idea. Thieves Guild. Get some old Skyrim style on it. And then, of course, only me being the old man would say Skyrim is old, even though I own like 6 copies. Thieves Guild. All right, so here's the better question. Where's the Thieves Guild? Oh, no, I think we actually set that up. Okay, yeah, we placed a camp for them, so never mind. I was going to say, which city do we want them to come through, but they actually have a camp. All right, so establish the threat. Select one as the primary enemy and give it a threat level of 6. So, who do we want to have as our primary threat? Do we want it to be the Thieves Guild, the Gnawing Horde, or the ghouls and other stuff that are coming in to this world? Ghouls and war cultists. What do you guys think? Gotcha. And I apologize. I've probably been talking this whole time all over ads and everything else like that. That's probably been horrendous. Yeah. So, yeah, I got my teeth cut in Oblivion. I tried Morrowind after I played Oblivion and got my butt kicked. And because I couldn't operate the block in Morrowind, and I got used to it in Oblivion. Like you could toggle block. So I just got owned in Morrowind. I gave up. I'll admit it. All right, so we're going with the Curse of War. I like that. So they're going to be our level 6 threat. These guys are going to be our level 5 threats. Okay. Then we get to place a delve. Not the hidden one that we rolled up. So where do we want a delve to be? Do we want it... I think this first delve should actually go... Glad to hear it. Let's go... I want our first delve up here to the north. And that's going to fit over here into this one. So there is our delve. Do we name it? What's a good name for a delve? Somewhere to, an old ruin, underground complex, or similar place. Gotcha. Glad to hear. You know what? We're going to call that the old Astra Temple, since it's next to the Astral Coast. Alright, then we need an unexplored place. So anything that's unexplored, we are going to mark with... Oh, hell yeah, we got to have a compass on here. Can't have a map without a compass, Ed. So at least we got that. An unexplored place, we are going to mark with... this. Alright. And where should we put a unexplored place? You know what? I like that better. Oh, yeah. Might help if I let you guys see what the hell I'm doing. So yeah, we got Astra Temple up there, but we're renaming that. We're going to save that for something else. The Flaming Deep. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move that over here, and it's going to take up this place. There we go. And then we'll save something for up there for the Astra Temple. And then let's go ahead and do the simple icon. I think we should put it down here near the swamp as an unexplored thing. There we go. And we'll even... even call it unexplored so we know. Okay. Unexplored. So we'll find out what that's all about. Okay. Then we've got to put out 3 camps. So I know one camp is definitely going near the Parenthways. And that is going to be for the, what is it? The Gnawing Horde. So we got the Horde camp there. And then, so since we've got the military town up here, I don't think that's where that's going to go, but I think Athena was absolutely right. We're going to call this area over here where the ghouls and zombies are coming from. They are straight up the Mordor people. So their camp's actually going to go right up here. And that is called the Curse of War camp. Okay. War Curse camp. Alright. And then we need a final place for the Thieves Guild. And I like what they said earlier. I think the monastery was a good place for it. So we're going to put it over there. And that's going to be the Ruin Within camp. So this doesn't necessarily say that's what's going on or that's where they're located. It's mainly just kind of their temporary headquarters from what the book is saying. Yeah. Anywhere you like in the wilderness, these are areas the enemy uses as a temporary headquarters. All exist on their own map area and require travel to get there. Now, they do have a hideout that is hidden. So we need to put hideouts on the campaign sheets. So and then when we go to try and eliminate these threats, we actually have to try and gather evidence, and actually get in there. And they will be hidden. Okay. Yeah, so we try and get these guys' threat levels down to 0, then hit their hideouts, and finally push them completely out of it. I think we're going to stand with the standard difficulty. I've been reading a lot of stuff on the Facebook page that is really hilarious. A lot of people have been getting their butt kicked right off the bat. So I'm looking forward to doing that. We've got the campaign stages. So let's take a look at the time. You know what? That's pretty early. We can go ahead and start doing the first start. We won't do the encounter stage, but we'll do the preparation stage and the adventuring stage. Because the campaign takes 4 points. So as you adventure and explore the world, you become better prepared. More experienced weapons, adventure points. Being your campaign progress. You always start a campaign with 0 adventure points. We weren't given any during character creation. So once we complete this region and our warband moves on, we reset to 0 there. Okay. So we earn adventure points by taking out threat encounter or raid. Ride patrol, we're victorious. Defeat an aberration or monster, we get 1. Defeat a unique foe, get 2. Defeat a captain or lieutenant, 1. Finish a contract, get 1. And then adventure milestones. Locate hidden locations, gain additional money, upgrade local settlement. Cool, we can actually invest in the local settlements. Reduce the threat level after a victorious, and promote a follower to a hero. And then how we do that, any one of those things, you roll a d6, and however many points you spent in the adventure. Oh, cool. Good to know. We get to do that. Yay! Yeah, traveling into town. That should be fun. So you spend some adventure points, whatever you have, then roll a d6, and equal to below that, the milestone is achieved. And if we don't do that, the points are lost and we're just SOL. So it is a good thing that I always roll 1s. Just saying. Okay. So each campaign turn, your first campaign turn, you are arriving in the region, therefore do not begin the game in camp or in town. Skip all the preparation stage and go to the adventure stage. So we will go to the adventure stage. I know. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be very, very bad. So, adventure stage. Explore location. Rest up. Have to be in a settlement. Battle the enemy threat. I wouldn't doubt if I was pre-cursed. Let's be honest. Ride patrol. Carry out a contract. Two combat encounters in the same turn is possible. Cool. Depth delves. Mission layers. Unexplored locations. Holy cow. There is a lot to take in. I apologize. I should have read this part a little bit better. Quest, all this other stuff. Okay, actually, it looks like I have a whole lot more to read. So I'm going to read more on what to do this phase because I kind of skimmed over it. Thought it would be good to kind of read on stream like I do with 5 parsecs and figure it out as we go. But man, 5 leagues is a lot more detailed and a lot more interesting. So we'll go ahead and stop it here. I'm not going to bore you guys while I just sit here and read to myself. Though I could read out loud in many different voices and probably entertain you guys just as much. But you guys, I really appreciate the help. It has been really fun to sit here and make this with you guys. I'll see about adding in some more detail instead of just this tan color. But it's a nice start. You guys have a great night. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. If you're watching this on Twitch, please follow. And if you've got a Amazon Prime, we would love to have your Amazon Prime subscription. You get one for free every time you have Amazon Prime, so you can subscribe one time for Twitch for free. We'd love to have that. It'll help out with the upcoming tournament and also upgrading here in the Battle Bunker. Since we actually have quite a few of you guys, I'm going to see about sending you off on a raid. Let's see who is on. You know what? Let's send you guys over to Barely Battle Ready. So, we'll start a raid. They're playing some 40K. Just the travel encounter. Let's see. Because you skip preparation, go to adventure stage. Your fast campaign turn, skip all the preparation stage, and go to the adventure. Oh yeah, you're right. Adventure stage to travel. Yeah, let me read up on this, and then we'll go into it. I'm gonna send you guys off to Barely Battle Ready, where they're playing Warhammer. Thank again for you guys being here. I look forward to getting my butt kicked when you guys when we start playing it. So have a good one. Or not. They won't let me raid. Fine. Let's send you over to, well, they're about the only ones that are kind of what we do. So I'll just send you guys off. You guys have a great night. Thank you very much again. Doug, awesome to see you back and helping me out. Really appreciate it.